Give you the quick and dirty on a WIRTGEN W1000F. It's the operator station. Hood's got latches on both sides lifted up if you want to look at the oil. It's obvious. Throttle's right here, pull it back to you. You want to run this about 1900 RPMs when you're grinding. You load a truck, push this forward, conveyor everything out the end. If you got a hang up, pull it back to you and it'll reverse everything. This is for your back gate. You got to get access to your grinding wheel or your water spray bar. This locks it. It stays up. See how it's drifting down right now? In normal operations, you're going to let it drift. You got a safety here. The gate comes up too far, that safety will engage. Shut everything off. You can't use anything on that panel. You won't see anything on your depth gauge there. You also got a safety lock there. This is for your side gates. Each one of these left and right side control your depth when you're going along. You got to clear it for some reason. You use this lever to lift it up. You got to clear a gate. It's being weird. You can lift both of them at the same time if you push down. This is your safety stop. You got something happen. You use these to lower yourself down to the cut and bring yourself up if you want to manually control each side for depth. From what I understand, this one will depend on if you increase or decrease your set RPM limit of your grinder. When you're in auto mode, it'll back out of grinding if it drags the grinder wheel down too far, because I think it's like 94 RPMs or something like that is how quick it spins. This is for your shoe to pick up the material. You want to have that about 1 inch above the ground. You don't want it dragging so it wears on the bottom of that thing. If you want to do auto mode, and then you hit auto, and then this light on either side will light up. And it'll control the depth for you. This is for if you want to have the grinder work in reverse, apparently. I don't know anything about that. I haven't had a fool with it. Refer to the owner's manual. I travel in Rabbit, which honestly isn't that fast. I grind in second gear. You can grind in first too, depending on what you're doing. When you're idling, engage your grinder right here. And when you turn on your water, you want to prime it over here and then let it go, and then it'll stay lit up. Pretty obvious. Forward and reverse, there's a detent you got to pick up, and then you just go forward and reverse. Pretty obvious stuff. This arm picks up and swings in if you're doing curbs. You lower the machine all the way down to the ground. Just remember, the area where you lower this thing right underneath the grinder wheel here is going to get screwed up. So do it out in the gravel or in a spot that you're going to grind up. You pick the track up until it's going to clear. That shoe right there, use this lever, swing this whole thing in. You got a pin there that you got to pull before you do any of the swinging stuff. As soon as that arm gets back in there, you can drop your pin back in, raise the machine up, and away you go. Nothing too difficult about this thing. Turn that key all the way forward and you got yourself LED lights. Here's a little look at your teeth. Right about, I don't know, up in here is where your spray bar is. You gotta check that now and again. Make sure everything's spraying properly. This is how you control your water flow to your pump. Apparently if the pump goes dry, it won't ruin it. More water is better, but sometimes you got to grind just enough and not leave too much water in there for your asphalt, guys. You control it right here. Pretty quick and dirty. This lever up in front, leave it in the up position. Don't ever let anybody bump it or bring it down. This conveyor will swing from side to side. It free flows the hydraulics. Forgot to mention your conveyor here, pretty obvious. Pick it up, lower it, left, right. This one here is for your front end. It floats, so when you're going over rough stuff or in a super or what have you, and you're adjusting your up and down back here, that front end will float and kind of go with you. There's a small mark, you know, about right there on that rod, and you want to have that at the top of the tube there. When I'm bringing this thing off the low boy, I'll have it a bit below that mark so that front end's got some movement. And that's about all I can give you on this WIRTGEN W1000F. Hope this was helpful for you, and take care.